Hey, this is Miss Johnson. I'm making a video that should give you the understanding of what HTML is. I'm not going to talk about specific examples of tags in HTML, but more in general, like how it's written, what it's used for. So you can see right here, here is the skeleton of a traditional HTML page. I want you to take a moment, pause the video if you need, and think about what do you notice here? What kind of patterns do you see? One thing that I notice is that with HTML, everything starts with these things. They're called tags. And with these tags, there's always an opening and a closing tags. They're like a sandwich. Everything that's needed for that tag goes inside there. So the tags, the ones with the little signs, always have stuff in between them. So like HTML tells me that everything else in here is inside this HTML tag. And I always need to close my tags, unless they're open face tags, which I won't get to. Another thing I noticed is some of these tags have just regular text in between there. So there's the title, there's my closing title, and in between here, there's some stuff written. So stuff written in between two tags is what's gonna be a part of that tag. So this title is everything that's inside here. This header is everything that's inside here. Paragraph, everything that's inside here. That's why it's really important to have the openings and the closers. One thing I also notice is that there's these things. These things are the things that change. So whatever's inside the little tags tells me what it does. Title, head, body, header, paragraph. I talk about in depth what each of these does in class recordings. So what you need to know, at least for this video, is that whatever's in between the tags defines what the computer does with what's ever in between them. So whatever's written here affects everything that's inside it. Let me show you what this looks like. Oh, and when you're doing HTML, make sure you always, if you're a notepad, go down to all files. I'm going to save this in my Unit 1 folder. I'm going to save it as demo.html. Always save web files as HTML or it won't work. You can always check your work by going into your desktop, go to web design, wherever you saved it, Unit 1, double click and it'll open it up, whatever you use. That is the basics of HTML. How to write it. Use tags. The names of the tags affects what's inside it. Always close tags. If you need any more help about how to write a bare bones HTML page, look at the bare bones HTML. If you don't know what any of these are, Google is your friend, and so is the class recordings.